Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a motorcycle racing TV show, Team Chicago Challenge. I'm at Mid-Ohio. I'm with my good friend Mark Junge, who puts on the track day about a dozen times a year here at Mid-Ohio. So I'm going to put information at the end of the show. If you want to get involved with our track day, if you want to learn about motorcycle racing, they offer a place for everybody. Any kind of bike. You just got to get the bike set up, and we're going to even talk about that a little bit during this show. So let's see what's going on in Mid-Ohio, and I'll put information at the end of the show about how to get a hold of what's going on here at Mid-Ohio and my good friend Mark Junge. Don't forget my email, teamdan45@gmail.com, and I'd love to hear from my audience. In the 2020s, track days are more popular than motorcycle road racing. As you look around the pits, everybody is rolling in at 6:30 in the morning. A lot of folks have already showed up, unloading, getting ready for the day. I'm happy to report that I graduated over 2,000 students from 1993 to 2016. But my school, in conjunction with E.J. Fossen from Groton Raceway, my school is aimed at getting people into racing. Modern day is track days where people can come out and ride their high-performance motorcycles safely and learn more about their bikes. First, we're going to look at tech inspection. You cannot go on the racetrack unless your bike passes tech inspection. We are watching Todd Miller inspect this bike, and then he's going to tell us all about getting ready for a track day and passing tech.
Okay. I know I saw that.
Yeah, there's...
Still have the sticker for this bike?
Right here are the stickers. There's two of them. There's one for one bike and one for the other bike.
Yeah. See, but yes.
Right.
Can you start registering?
I'll take a look at it. You get your sticker.
All right, thanks. So it's okay if I leave things here?
Yes.
All right, I'll be right back.
So what are you looking for on the bike?
We go over the whole bike. I usually start at the front tire. The first thing I look at is the condition of the brakes. I actually look at the brake pads. The front tire, I have to check the tire for wear, make sure it's a good tire. We make sure that the valve stems are on, because you can't be on the track without your valve stems on your wheels. Our wheel weights must be taped. We're worried about the high speeds of the track. Yes.
You put tape on that?
Yeah, I found somebody who hadn't taped their wheel weights.
Right.
We actually taped the wheel weights. Then I moved to the side of the bike. I take a peek in at the bottom of the bike from the right side. I see if I can see the filter from there. We have to make sure it's been safety wired and it doesn't have a nut on it. From there, I move up to my brake lever and my throttle. Our throttle must return. Our brake must have good pressure. It can't be loose. I actually look at the bolts to make sure the bolts aren't on there. I move down the side of the bike. I make sure the oil fill has been wired. I then move more toward the rear of the bike. I make sure the rear foot pegs are tight and are good. I then move to the back tire, check the back tire the exact same way I did the front. Come around, I always check the tension of the chain. Riders have a tendency of having their chain too tight. If your chain is too tight, it could actually break under a force. And then I come around the other side, I make sure the drain plug is safety wired, the filter is safety wired, and then that's when they pass tech.
So everybody's got to know ahead of time that that stuff has to be safety wired.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
Okay. Can you turn it on? I want to check your brake light. I just want to see if light's coming. Could you put just a little bit of duct tape on top of your range tape?
Alright, where's the... Wasn't that bad, but with all the rain on the way...
So this being a street bike, we want to make sure that nobody can see the brake lights when he hits the brakes because we're on the racetrack. Every turn signal must be taped, every surface must be covered in case there's a crash, and we don't want any of those parts on the racetrack. But the brake light, we actually need to not see. The headlight we're not worried about, that's just a safety thing for the track.
So how, is this your first track day or you come to
No,
these?
I've come... Mid-Ohio was the first place where I started in 2017. So I try to come back every year. I live in Michigan, but I have to come. It's a beautiful track here.
Right.
For now, until I can get up.
So when we check his gear, we have to make sure the helmet has never been in a crash. He has above the ankle boots, which are in his pack. He's in the novice class. He does not need a back protector, and he does have one. The other classes actually have to have a back protector, and we make sure his gear is in good shape and able to withstand a crash.
Thank you, Todd. And now it's time for the riders meeting. Let's listen in. Mark Junge is going to hand it over to Rob Hancock.
Rob can actually take his time next meeting, so it's probably going to be 30 minutes.
Did I talk that long?
Yes.
I'm not Mike Malachar, come on.
Oh.
So, all right.
Hey, we love Mike.
But I love him too, but he's a chatty fellow. He is. He's a
Well-known fact.
So, hey, welcome to Mid-Ohio. Glad you guys are here. This is going to be a great day. Temperature's going to be wonderful. So, just right off the bat. So where's Mark at? Oh, he already left. All right. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing 15-minute sessions. So we'll have advanced, intermediate. We'll have novice 1, novice 2, and so 15 minutes rotation throughout each hour. We'll do 3 sessions before lunch, 4 sessions after lunch, and then just as long as everybody behaves and don't bang into each other, we'll have a great day. We'll be using the AB split. And when I say AB split, we name the buildings building A, B, and C. So we're going through AB through that slot right there. You notice that we set a cones right down the path, so that's actually in and out. So stay left of the cones. It'll take you right out the hot pit, and when you come in, you'll stay stay left of the cones to come back in. So it'll be two-way traffic. So try to mind that. When you get out to hot pit, our pit op marshal will be out there waving you out on the track. At the beginning of the session, she'll try to wave you out in waves, so you're not go out in big clumps, so you can spread out a little bit. If you go out in the middle of a session, please wait for her to wave you out there. She actually will wait for make sure there's a clear spot so you can go out and not go in a big gangle of bikes coming out into turn 2. As you exit hot pit, stay left. You'll see a red and white berm as you come out. Make sure you stay left of that berm. If you go outside that berm, you're going to be right in the apex of turn 1. The people are coming through 100 mile an hour, so make sure you stay left of that berm. As you come up through the straightway there, stay left and blend in with traffic as you come through there. It'd be the only time you probably look behind you on the track. Just make sure you can blend in as you go into turn 2. Go out and enjoy your session. at the end of the session, as you're coming up over Thunder Valley. And this happens, you know, as you exit track, make sure you follow exit procedures regardless of what flag you see. Hand up, leg out as you come over Thunder Valley, which is turn 11. Turn 11. And make sure you signal before you change your speed or your trajectory. So hand up, leg out, get you to the left side of the track, and follow the left side of the track all the way through until, you know, through the carousel and everything. And if you are in the race line, your hand up is or leg out is up, you're doing it wrong. Regardless if there's checker flag, red flag, whatever. If your hand up or leg out, you stay off the race line and stay all the way over. You know, and just be aware if it's the middle of the session, turn 13. How did I get these numbers right? 13. You're on the left side track. That's actually apex for the people who are still on the track. So be mindful of that if you're still on the track as people are exiting, so you can get around them pretty quickly. So one thing nice about Mid-Ohio is we put cones out there. And I want to make sure everybody's aware of these reference points. If you haven't been here in a while, our reference points are they're labeled in color-coded cones, so it kind of helps you get you an idea of where you're at on the track. The orange cone you'll see, especially on the back straight, it goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gives you an idea how to get your timing in to get in, so you go into turn 7 there. I think their yellow cones are recommended turn-in points, so you can kind of get an idea. And then the green cones, which are my favorite, are the apex cones. So it gives you more perspective where you need to be in terms of apexes. There's 2 corners. One's up in the keyhole, and the other one's in Madness, which is turn 8. There's actually, you'll see 2 cones up there. It's more of an apex range, kind of gives you an idea where you don't hit each cone, because that'd be kind of awkward, but just kind of be in that range of those 2 cones. And I believe there might be some orange cones on the exit to give you an idea where you need to be on the exit of some of these corners.
Thank you, Rob. And now we're going to listen to the 2 coaches with the 2 novice groups.
So the first time around, what we're going to do is we're going to go out. We're going to do a lap. The first lap is just going to be a slow lap. We're going to be looking at the corner workers stations. Familiarize yourself with the corner worker stations. They'll have the yellow flags out and or the green flags out, so you can see where they are. That first lap around, then we're going to come into the pits. We're going to do a slow drive through the pits, just so so we can show you how to get on and off the track if you've never been here before. We'll do a slow ride through the pits, then we'll go back out, and then we're just going to take it easy. We're just going to ride around a few laps till session's over. It's a sighting lap. The beginning, you know, the first lap, in the first session in the morning tends to be a little green, so we just want you to familiarize yourself with the track and be comfortable.
Pass.
Thank you. That's where I was going. There's no passing, at least before lunch. We might discuss passing later, but we'll talk about that as we break off in our little groups and do our sessions. But for right now, it's follow your coaches, no passing. You'll be in a line, and you'll just follow the person that's in front of you, and that way you can get an idea where the race line is.
If your coach taps his tail, waves you over, it'll always be to the right, always to the right, various straights around the track, and then you may see the coach do that and a thumbs up as the group goes by. The groups don't, I mean, it's novice 1 and 2 split you up by your comfort level, your skill level, where you feel you're appropriately paced for the day. We may move you in case of a safety concern, so that may happen, but no big deal. This is a single player sport. If you're riding with your friend, partner, whatever, that's okay. But if you become separated, that's okay too. Use hot pit. If you feel that you're out there alone, don't be afraid to come in. We're not making you ride, okay? You can enter and exit this track when you feel comfortable. So if you need to come in early, come in early. Not going to hurt our feelings at all. Save a lap to save a session to save the entire day. Right?
Thank you, Rick and Chris. And now the intermediate group is going to go out for the first session and head over to the other side of the track. We'll be able to look at turn number 4, 5, 6, 7. The track is still a little damp from the rain from the night before and the fog in the morning, so everybody is taking it nice and easy. You see the bikes coming off the long straightaway, coming through turn 4, over to 5, a little rise here, going downhill to turn 6. Over to 7. And this is the intermediate group. And now the advanced group. Remember, the track is a little damp. The advanced group is taking it easy as we see them come through turn 6, 7, 8, and 9. And it will take them to Thunder Valley. Another advanced rider coming through turn 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now we see the first novice group, group number 1, coming into Thunder Valley, coming off of turn 9. Little kink is 10. A little rise into turn 11. This is still part of Novice Group 1. Coming off turn 9, the kink is 10. And the left-hander is turn number 11. Now this is Novice Group 2. You see them staging, going out 4 or 5 bikes in a group. Each group has 4 or 5 coaches. And now we'll swing the camera and see him coming through turn 12, which is the carousel. But on the first time out, the coaches will lead the group through the hot pit lane. This will show them how to return to the pits. Coming off of turn 12. On the second lap, they will now come through turn 13 and head down the short front straightaway. And the sun is starting to come out as we see the intermediate group one more time coming out of turn 1. This kink that was put in for the motorcycle races is not considered a turn according to the official Mid-Ohio turn sheet. This is now turn number 2, another carousel, 180-degree turn. And you got 2 long straightaways. The kink in the middle is considered turn number 3. Now let's go to my interview with one of the members of the 57 Rider Development Team, Brett Woodard.
Hi, I'm Brett Woodard here at Mid-Ohio with the PTR school with Mark Junge and some of my other coaches that were here. for a nice track day in September.
So, tell me about the track day. How many track days a year does Mark hold with Mid-Ohio?
I think we have around 12 track days a year. And we do Mondays and Tuesdays. Sometimes we'll have a Sunday afternoon. We have twilights, which we'll do 5-6 hour evenings from about 4 o'clock on till dark, which are neat, kind of unique, because you can get here, you can go to work during the day and come ride in the evening after you get done working.
Right. So is this a good amount of riders, or is it more or less? What do you usually get, about 80, 90 riders?
Yeah, I think today we got around 60 or so, so
right.
It's a pretty good sized group, 30 in novice, 30 in intermediate, and 30 in advanced.
Right. So, how many of these guys go on to race, or how many of these guys are racers? What do you think the breakdown is?
I think it'd be about a quarter of them. They come here and fall in love with motorcycles and see what they can do, and keep them off the streets. And they like to go fast. You can't get any speeding tickets here, except on pit lane, maybe when you're racing.
Well, the one thing I should point out, that they make these high performance bikes. You can't really use all that high performance on the street, and a track day is a way for you to become a better rider.
Definitely.
And it gives you an opportunity to see the performance of your bike.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the different changes you can make on suspension and everything to make the bike work better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the only way you can do that is at a track day.
Oh yeah, and you can start out with your street tires and you work your way up to some slicks. A lot of different tire, got different compounds. Change your suspension. A lot of time Mark will help out on suspension. When you come here, if you need help and set something up, we put a zip tie on your fork tube and see what your travel is, and maybe do some sag on your rear suspension and do a couple turns of some dials and get you going faster,
right.
feeling better.
Right. But then, if you're on your own, you're never going to learn all that stuff, so it's
right.
worthwhile to come to an event like this.
And it's a process. It's a long process. When you start out to where I'm at now, I've been in motorcycle race. I think I took my first rider school in 01, somewhere around there, up at Nelson Ledges with Fast Tracks. Got my license and did the little series there, and then worked my way, and always wanted to race in Mid-Ohio because I'm from around here, and never really got to except for once a year. We got practice, qualifying, and then you race and you're done.
Right.
Never got to do things like this, and I got the opportunity to do the track days, being an instructor here, and you just learn a lot as you go, and you're still learning every day.
Thank you, Brett. And now it's my time to go out on Mid-Ohio Roadcourse. Now I'm taking the Kawasaki 400 out. See the track in my perspective. Turn number 1, left-hander, fast corner, but coming out of the pits, you stay to the left. You don't want to get in the line of traffic. It will take you into the kink. The kink was added maybe in 1982, I believe. It was there for the motorcycles. Slow them down so they wouldn't come into turn number 2 too quickly. Turn number 2 is a constant radius carousel to the right. 180-degree turn. Take you down this straightaway, 4,000 plus feet. With a kink in the middle. Turn number 3. When you come into the braking zone, 3 downshifts, maybe even 4. Slow right-hander. Little rise to turn number 5. Downhill will take you to turn number 6 to the right. Accelerate out of here. Stay on the gas into turn 7. Maybe a downshift to turn 8. Another downshift to turn 9. And accelerate through Thunder Valley. Turn 10 is this kink on the right. Upwards to turn 11. Turn 12 is this tighten up carousel to the right. The radius tightens as you exit. Turn 13 takes on the front chute. Total acceleration here. Hit the fifth, maybe one downshift to go through turn 1. And that will lead us to the kink. Earlier, I had a chance to talk to some of the riders. They're going to tell us about this track and this track day. When we get a chance to look at the bike I'm riding, it's a ZX4RR. It's a nice 4-cylinder Kawasaki, a great handling bike. Nearly a perfect bike to take a track day.
Hey, my name is John. I've been coming here to Mid-Ohio for quite a long time. I ride a GSXR 600. Track's real fun. Today it's a little cool and overcast, but we're still going to have a lot of fun here. If you ever want to do a track day, this is the perfect place to do it.
So what is the advantage of, have you ever raced?
Raced? No. I've raced dirt bikes, but not
Right. So off-road stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is a way you can see how well your bike performs and...
Yeah, you don't want to... It's kind of hard to ride on the street anymore.
Right.
Pay a little bit more, but you don't have to worry about the law coming after you and
Right.
stuff.
So it's a good time.
Oh yeah, it's always fun.
I'm Mark. I ride a GSXR 1000 in 04. I've been up here for about 13 years. I came up to get off the street some, so quit worrying about police. You don't get tickets here. You get encouragement. It's the best place. Any track is so much better than the street, and you'll learn. You can think you can ride, but you'll learn to know you didn't know how.
So have you ever raced?
No.
No. So you just do track days?
Yep.
Never done any racing, dirt bikes or anything?
I do drag racing.
Oh, really?
With a bike, yeah.
With bikes?
Yes.
What kind of bike do you drag race?
Old GS 1100 82.
Okay.
Got it in the 8s.
You got it in the 8s. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the track days are the best. It's a lot cheaper than a ticket. Do it.
My name is Dennis Slushman. Yeah, I do track days down here at Mid-Ohio. I run a CBR 600 and a GSXR 750. Today I am running my 750. I'm in the advanced class, just moved up. It's a great experience. Have a great time.
Have you ever raced?
No, I have not raced.
Right.
I have no desire to do that.
Okay. No dirt bikes or nothing?
I did do dirt bike racing, which was a blast. I get tired of playing in the dirt.
Right. So what do you think of this racetrack?
This is a great track. Hopefully this year they will pave.
That's what I'm hearing. They're supposed to pave.
Should be an awesome thing. But other than that, it's a great place.
My name is Drew Wildner. Today, Mid-Ohio, I'm running my R6, my 2017 R6. I do a lot of track days in a year, and I also do race. However, I'm not a guy who's going to be hitting every event and stuff like that. I run, a select few events, and been doing that for, at this point now, I guess it's over 10 years. I kind of treat track days as a race practice, get more familiar again with the track itself. I mean, Mid-Ohio is a great facility, kind of similar to what we've already collected in terms of comments, that, it needs a repave. It does. In the years that I've seen this place, at this point now it's a long time, we've seen the track degrade, but now supposedly, if we get that repave in there, it's going to bring racing back to Mid-Ohio, which we really need. Right now, there's only one amateur event that comes here, and that's WERA, paired with Vintage. That is a race I run. I love it every year, but it's sketchy every year. And if it rains, it's not a safe place. So I'm hoping that next year we'll be able to go ahead and run in wet weather in all conditions.
My name is Brian. I'm on a 2004 Yamaha FZ1. Track's amazing. Coaches are amazing. This is the place to be.
So how many times have you done track days?
Oh, probably 20.
Just at this track or any other track?
Well, Nelson Ledges, but mostly here. Yeah.
So what do you think of Nelson Ledges? I mean, they've made vast improvements over the years.
It's fast. I'd like to go back with a little bit more skill. Yeah, it's fast track. It's a good track.
Okay.
This is more technical. This is fun.
Okay, so tell me about your bike.
It's an 04 Yamaha FZ1. Had it for like 15 years. Doesn't hurt my knees at the end of the day. We're good to go. I had just as much fun with that as I do a crotch rocket. So.
I'm John M. I'm a rider out here. I come a couple times a year, and it's just an incredible experience. I got a 22 Hayabusa. It's a big bike for this thing, but it's a great time. The guys are great out here. Coaches are wonderful. Great place to learn.
So how many times you try to make a track day?
This year I made it twice. A lot of times I make it just like once a year, but I always come down here. It's wonderful.
Always in Mid-Ohio?
Yes.
No other tracks?
Nope.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Ron Balliet. This is my bike. It's an R6, a 2012. I took my road bike to a track day, and it was just a blast. I didn't want to crash it, so I bought this used bike, doctored it up as per we do, and I've been having an absolute ball ever since. I'm 68 years old. I've been to Yamaha Champ School and also the Yamaha Champ School Advance. What a great event. They make it so easy. You can just tape up your street bike, a little bit of criteria, come down here, and then the coaches will take you out on the track, and everybody's going the same direction. There's no intersections, there's no dirt on the track. You can grip and rip. It is a blast, absolute blast. I would encourage anyone that likes to ride the twisties to get out here and do it at Mid-Ohio.
So how many times you come a year?
I've been to Mid-Ohio probably a dozen times. I've been to Barber, Pitt, Lightning Course in New Jersey, Putnam Park. I've been riding all over in the Midwest. They're great tracks, great people. The coaches are so helpful. Like I said, I'm 68 years old. I just took up riding 2 years ago. I just had a coach come up and asked me if I wanted to advance from novice into intermediate. Evidently, they think I've progressed enough, and I'm excited about it. It's thrilling. At my age, there's not a lot of things that are thrilling, but this is. Thank you.
So an R6 is a great motorcycle because I've raced them.
It is a great motorcycle. Fun. Yep. I wish everybody could come out here and enjoy it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, it is a great day at Mid-Ohio. Now there's 4 groups. Each group gets approximately 15-minute sessions. They have 3 sessions in the morning. They take a lunch break. Lunch is included in your fees. And then 4 sessions in the afternoon as we see this intermediate group again going through turn 1 into the kink, over to turn number 2. This 180-degree to the right carousel. Down the long straightaway with turn 3 is the kink. And I also had a chance to talk to a couple of the coaches. Let's go to them right now as they tell us about this great track day.
Kevin Calloway, working with the advanced group today. The main thing we're looking for, most everybody's very experienced in that group, so that everybody runs clean lines and everything is predictable. Their passing is very predictable. And that's pretty much it. Everybody usually plays nice here. Sometimes you get racers come out. You gotta just make sure that Rob Hancock is not out there because he's doing a serious job on himself. So, but yeah, we have a lot of fun in the advanced group, and everybody's just looking out for each other.
So in the advanced group, they're allowed to pass on the racetrack or just in the straightaways, or is there...
No, advanced group, it's very similar to a racer practice.
Right.
The morning of an actual race day.
Right.
You can pretty much pass anywhere, but the pass has to be very clean and different than an actual race. Yeah, you want to leave a little bit more room than passing in a race. would.
All right, what about the intermediate group?
Intermediate group, they have different passing rules than advanced.
Okay. So they're not supposed to pass in corners, or
you can still pass in corners,
but you got to leave.
But you really need to leave about 6 feet in that group.
Right. That's outstretched arms at the good judge.
Exactly.
Okay. So how long you been working with Mark?
I've been working with Mark for about 10 years. I took my first road race school with a guy named Dan Schmitt from Team Chicago, I think in 2005.
So how was that school at Groton Raceway?
Fucking cold. Very cold. Pardon my French. And Craig Brecken taught me that if you haven't crashed in every turn of this track, you eventually will.
Hello, my name's Dave Zubik. I am coaching the Novice group today here at Mid-Ohio. I currently have 2 GSXR 1000Rs. They're both sitting right there. And I got a couple of theories on how we coach and what we try not to teach. A contagious disease that has been going through these pits through the last 3 years is throttle is where we get to the point of acceleration. But when you cannot pull the throttle, it's a condition that starts right here in the wrist. We call it pusitis. When pusitis starts here, and when you're going in the corner, you roll forward instead of backwards. What's that? Yeah, well, there's many stages of pusitis. The first stage, you notice when you're on a long straightaway and you just keep rolling off. And then you start getting to the point where you're rolling every corner. You can't get away from it. So pusitis gets, and it's contagious. You start riding with guys with pusitis, you could be done. It'll end your career quickly. So as of right now, I'm about stage 4, so I don't know how much longer they'll let me coach. I have pusitis right now, stage 4. Once you get to stage 5, they said it's terminal and you can't ride anymore. So that's where I'm at with my theory on going fast.
Thank you, gentlemen, and I hope that condition does not affect me anytime soon. It's a great theory. Now I get to take out Team Vesrah 1000 endurance bike that Mark refers to as the big fat girl. This is the bike that they won the 8-hour endurance at Nelson Ledges in 2006. I take it through the kink. It's a very fast motorcycle, and it is very valuable. What a beautiful bike. I come through the carousel, turn number 2, get on the gas, and this bike will hit over 150 miles per hour on this chute. Now I got to figure out my brake markers, 3 downshifts, take me into turn number 4, uphill, to the left, swing it wide, right, uphill to turn 7, down again to turn 8, swing it wide, 1 downshift, into Thunder Valley, get on the gas, I run it right up to the kink, turn 11, now this carousel tightens up, another downshift, at this point you can start accelerating to turn 13 and on this front chute, and that will lead us to turn 1 more time. Now let's jump back to 2006. Nelson Ledges, Team Vesrah with this motorcycle. Let's look at the highlights from that race as we race into the night. As we see, Vesrah-Suzuki is leading. They have got 2 laps. That's number 57 over Aren't You Racing number 5 as they head down the front straightaway. 12. That's Velocity Crew Racing there in 10th place. The 6th hour now as we see the bikes coming through turn 12 and 13 heading onto the front straightaway. Getting the Chica Motorsport with the cow coming by. Is that Vesrah Racing? It looks like Vesrah has just gone by. Vesrah is flying now. They are using the stock headlight and one additional headlight, but it seems like they have got great lights. Chu Racing has got 3 laps on 5150, but Vesrah-Suzuki is still leading as they've got 5 laps on the field. And at the top of the hour, 7 hours of racing, Vesrah-Suzuki comes in and makes their final pit stop. 1 hour left in the race. Vesrah-Suzuki, they have dominated the race on their Vesrah-Suzuki, Pirelli, Nielsen Enterprise, Traction, Penske, Voltex, DID, Maxima, Factory Pro Tuning, Fujiko, Vanson, R-Tech Fuel, GBR stabilizers and hot bodies as they fire it up and head on out. Vesrah-Suzuki, they have averaged over 100 miles an hour. As we get into the final few minutes of this race, up front, as we see the bikes coming into turn 13 and 14, but Vesrah has really dominated. They have gone 404 laps. As we see the Vesrah-Suzuki, we wait for the flagman, but it's Vesrah-Suzuki, Aren't You Racing, 5150. Team Vesrah-Suzuki dominated at Nelson Ledges with Trey Beatty, John Jacoby, and Mark Junge. Let's go to my conversation with Mark Junge.
Hi, Mark Junge, here with the Mid-Ohio School.
So tell me about the school. How did you get involved with doing the school, and how long have you been here at Mid-Ohio?
I've been here at Mid-Ohio since 2015. I basically took over as chief instructor here and kind of changed the format a little bit. We're doing a lot more novice coaching, trying to bring in new customers, bring in the experience, the entry-level customer, and bring them all the way to advanced, like just coaching them all along the way. So getting more people into sport is our goal.
So you got a whole crew here. What's the deal? They help out. They get the ride. That's sort of
it's a great group. I think we have a good 25 instructors here, and I manage them all. They're all really good guys, and it's a good team. There's some of the people are doing 3-minute laps. Some people are doing minute 30 laps. So it's a pretty broad range of instructors. So.
Okay. Website for the school.
Yes.
How did they get a hold of that?
It's midohio.com.
Midohio.com.
Yep,
all the
click on
information.
school. Yep.
Okay. Now you also have 57 development riders. What's that all
so
about?
I do private coaching for people,
Mm-hmm.
and so I go all over the Midwest. Other track day organizations that I coach privately with people. So
on different tracks besides here.
They can book it on my website, and then I can.
So you'll meet them at a track day?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about your racing? What are you doing there? You got a whole race shop at your...
Yeah, I have my shop here in Mansfield, and I build and maintain, and I'm crew chief and technical director for Hayden Gillam's team. So I'm pretty busy with that. So
how many races is that a year?
That's 10 weekends.
10 weekends.
Yeah, I'm on the road a lot.
Right. So the best way to get hold of you is at 57
Rider
Development,
yeah.
And that's the website?
Yeah, 57riderdevelopment.com.
Okay. So next time we're going to get together at the track in Kentucky.
NCM.
How often do you go down there?
We go there like 4 times a year,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 5 times. So we're there in October. So,
Okay, because it's a little bit warmer down there.
Yep.
And that's right by the Corvette
right
Museum.
across the street from the museum. Yep.
Right, correct. Okay, well, we'll get together again, and I had a great time.
No problem. Appreciate you coming out.
You know, you let me ride the old Suzuki.
We call that the big fat girl.
Endurance
8
bike.
gallons.
So I might even show some footage from when you won the race at Nelson Ledges. 8 hour. We started, I think, at 4 and we ended at midnight. And we had a great time at Nelson Ledges. And that was 2006, I believe.
5 and 2006.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark, thanks a lot for inviting me.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Mark. This is it. This is the GSXR 1000 Vesrah-Suzuki bike. Thank you, Mark, for inviting me. I had a great time at Mid-Ohio. For more information on the school at Mid-Ohio, their website is midohio.com, midohio.com. For bike setup and coaching, 57riderdevelopment.com, 57riderdevelopment.com is Mark's website. I also want to thank Ian Wolf, one of Mark's coaches, that showed me the correct lines around Mid-Ohio. Contact me, and I'd love to hear from my audience at teamdan45@gmail.com. Remember, you can always search on YouTube at Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action. Dan Schmitt Politics to learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winamac, Indiana. They're 4 miles south of North Judson, Indiana, on Highway 39. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles. And I invite you to pick up a copy of the Team Chicago history package that I have put together. You can pick a package up at Rich's Yamaha in Lockport, Illinois, but give them a call first at 815-838-8130. Their website is richesyamaha.com. Pick up a history package at Rich's Yamaha. It was a great day at Mid-Ohio. I head back into the pits. Great bike, a great day. Can't wait to come back next year.